everybody, as we get ready for a day full of fairy tale endings with Hallmark Channel's Royal Movie Marathon. Our furry godmother, Larissa, is here with Adoption Ever After pup dates, and she's brought her first one with her today.
Yes, you know, I've been named or called a few titles, I should say. Not all of them good. That one, I
like
love.
that,
yes, so
godmother.
I'll take it. I like that. I need to phrase that on my website or something. So yes, you know, here at Hallmark Channel, it's all about Adoption Ever After and, you know, getting all these animals adopted and clearing the shelters. There are just so many everywhere you turn, and it can sometimes feel very challenging and like a revolving door.
Yeah.
But, you know, with your help and everybody's help here, we've made really good strides, and it's been wonderful. And one of those dogs that has been adopted is a wonderful dog sitting right here named Emmett. Now, we have a photo to show you of when Emmett was first in the shelter, and a plea went out, and it says, Emmett is in trouble. The super sweet, handsome guy was returned because he jumped over a fence, and so he was back in the shelter for the second time, and he really needed to get out, and that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And we had Emmett on our show. He was part of Delaney's dog rescue here in LA, and this wonderful lucky gentleman, Jeremy, ended up as a doggy daddy with Emmett, and it's just another way we can celebrate you and thank you for what you're doing.
Well, welcome, welcome. So tell us your story. This is Emmett is a life-changing sort of experience for you. How so? Tell us your story.
It really is kind of weird how everything kind of fell into play, you know. I mean, so Maureen would bring him into my restaurant a couple times a week. Just happened to be on the days that I worked, and I had just moved out, single dad, and moving in and everything. It was a lot of changes, a little bit stressful.
Yeah, a lot stressful, sure.
And I wasn't really thinking about getting a dog at the time, but I came home one night after dinner to like an empty apartment, and I was like, you know what, something's missing. So I got on my iPad and I emailed Maureen and I said, is Emmett still available? I said, I think I need him, you know? So she's like, he is still available. I'll bring him Wednesday to the restaurant. You can take him. I said, okay.
Wow.
So I literally could not wait to get off.
And what kind of impact has he had on your life now?
Yeah, I mean, it's just constant reminder to just get out, go for a walk, take things slow.
And does your son love him?
My son absolutely loves him. And, you know, getting a dog, that's one of the biggest concerns. You know, how's it going to take to my son? How is that going to work? Literally 5 seconds after meeting him, my son's hugging on him, laying on him. I was like,
Oh.
And this is not a dog that will let you sort of be lazy or mope around or be depressed.
Absolutely
Huskies,
not.
I had one for 17 years, need a lot of exercise.
I know.
Yeah.
6:30 comes really early every morning.
That's true.
But I will say, too, going down that road of becoming a single father with Fred, my golden, the love that they gave my boys at nighttime, even when they crawl in bed or whatever, Fred would jump on and they just hug on them. And it's just such great companionship.
And I think also Huskies, a lot of people don't know that Huskies are really good with kids. They look very scary because they look like the wolves, but they love kids.
And we actually showed a picture a few seconds ago, and I'd love to call back to that because your son is literally sleeping on Emmett with his arms around him. Take a look at that. I mean, if that doesn't say who rescued who, I don't know.
From that moment on, I knew. You know, like he's the dog for me, and you know, it's funny what they say. It's, you know, when you rescue a dog, you save a life. But I mean, you know, really, it's my life, you know, that he saved. You know,
isn't that the truth?
That was a good phone call you made.
Yeah, it was. And yeah, they're escape artists too, so I can understand why Emmett ended up back. I mean, Sasha must have escaped 100 times.
They do. But you know what? This goes to show that for every dog, regardless of its quirks, there is an owner out there. You know, you are doing such a wonderful job with Emmett, and yes, he may, you know, have his little tendencies and stuff, but when you work with an animal, and it just all works out as it's supposed to.
It does. Everything happens for a reason.
Congratulations. We're so happy that Emmett came into your life, and you came into Emmett's as well. Larissa, this isn't the only success story. You have many, many more. Tell us about some more.
It's so exciting. So yes, we have quite a few happy tales that hello, what did you hear? Some happy tales that we haven't been able to get to yet. So I want to show some pictures. We have Ramsey. Ramsey was sent to me by a wonderful rescue here locally, the Pet Fund, I should say, Pet Adoption Fund. And they said, help us. Ramsey's been with us for so long. long and he hasn't been adopted. And we showed him, and he has a wonderful mom who got him a birthday cake when they first adopted him, because that was going to be his new birthday. And they just adore him and take lots of photos with him, and you can just see how happy he is.
Oh, he's adorable.
I know. And then there were a couple that we actually FaceTimed with from Saunders County, Lost Pets in Wahoo, Nebraska.
Is that Mitzi?
Mitzi, yes. And I had a couple of people ask me about Mitzi. Mitzi was this adorable lab who did end up finding her wonderful forever family. Look at that. And now she has a doggy friend as well. And then Bimo. Bimo was a big guy, but he just has a big heart. Look at that baby.
Bimo?
He loved belly rubs.
Was Bimo senior?
No, Bimo's actually just a regular adult.
Premature gray.
Exactly. A little frosted face. And now look at the big family he has. Mind you, his eyes look a little funny in that picture.
I was going to say, what happened?
We blurred him out for protection.
But that's okay. The point is, he's got a wonderful family that love him. And then there was one teeny little girl we had on a while back. Her name was Tinkerbell.
Oh,
she was
I
a
remember
Maltese. I met her and her rescue at the American Rescue Dog Show, actually. And she has a wonderful, loving mom who adores her every move and is taking such good care of her. And as you know, we said the other day, 586 total adoptions now that we've helped.
Amazing.
I want to ask Jeremy, for people who are watching right now, what was it that you would want them to know that was a click in your mind where you went, you know, I got to make this call. I need to get a dog.
It really was, because when I came in and I was like, you know, something's missing, he's like the first thing that came to mind. You know, I always grew up with dogs, and it's just one of those things. It's with animals, I feel like it's when it's the right match, you just know.
But when you say something was missing, what was it that he filled for you? Was it just to get you outside and walking?
Get me
and
outside, just have somebody around. You know,
Yeah.
and just always have, you know, something to do.
And
somebody
waiting for you to come home.
Unconditional love, yeah.
Yeah.
Unconditional
When you
love.
come in at the end of the day, they're just sitting there going, you know.
Yeah.
you know.
So excited that you're back.
Oh, they hear the
So
keys
true.
going in the door when I come home.
Yep.
They're
Oh,
both
they hear
running
the
to
car
door.
coming in the
Yeah, no, they
driveway,
do.
not the keys.
They
can
hear
you
when I
down
hit
the street.
the lock button and the horn goes toot.
And they're like, oh,
this
there he is.
He's
So true.
When
Dad's
he,
home.
when he goes to pick up his son, he brings Emmett with him now, and he said there were a couple times he didn't bring Emmett. And what did your son say?
Oh, my son goes, Daddy, did you bring Emmett? I said, no, we got to go run errands. He's like,
Oh.
and I'm like, you're more excited to see him than me.
That's how quickly that bond.
Yeah.
That
And
bond
Speaking of running errands, you could bring Emmett with you because he'd run much faster than you
Right.
could. I promise you that, Jeremy. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
sharing your
much.
story.
Larissa,
Larissa, thank you for everything
Thank
you do.
all
you
you
guys.
do.
Wouldn't happen without you guys.
You are our furry godmother, and we
Thank
owe
you.
you a lot. To see more on all the dogs we showcase here on Home and Family, all you have to do is go to Saved by the L. That L stands for Larissa.com.
And you know I love a good renovation project, right? We're going to give you an update on our side yard and the progress. So come on back.